What is up, guys? Andrew with No Excuses TV back again, and today we're talking about what fly box is the best. Alright, so this summer, during the Corona summer, I got really interested in fly fishing, and I realized very quickly that I'm not good at it, which I'm a beginner, so I expected that. But I didn't expect it to be as much as it was like golf, meaning when I play golf, I lose a lot of balls, so I get a bunch of cheap ones. So one thing that came along pretty quick when I was fly fishing and learning how to cast is I'd pop off a lot of flies, and I still do. And so two things hit me. I need to get some flies quick, and maybe a steady stream while I'm learning. And then I need to learn to tie flies. So I've done that. I'm starting to learn to tie flies, which will be separate videos. But I've also started looking into the fly boxes, the monthly fly subscription boxes. You get like one a month, and they have flies in it, some other cool fly fishing accessories, stickers, a guide to how to use them all, and like a whole bunch of good stuff. But I didn't know which one was the best. I knew some reviews on which were best, but I wanted to figure it out myself. So I reached out to these companies. Some of them were gracious enough to give us free just a single box so we could try it out and see which one we liked best. And then we bought the rest of them. And so we're going to go through 5 today, and we're going to start with our cheapest one and work our way up to the most expensive one. Alright, so the first one that we have is Freestone. This is Freestone Fly Fishing Company. I bought this one. There's two things that I bought with this one. I bought I needed a fly box with some extra just general flies, so I bought that, and then I bought their box. And so the fly box that I bought, it was on sale, it was like 20 bucks, and so then I did the original subscription. So I think both of those are in here, so we'll get into it. I've already cut it open to make sure that I got what I needed, but I really haven't looked at it, honestly. Whether you believe me or not, I guess it doesn't matter. So let's look at this. Let's open this up. Look what we got going. So one thing they do come with pretty quick is a Trout Unlimited subscription for a year. So you can do that. You can fill this out on the back. You can send it in with a little stamp, and they'll take care of that for you. So I'm going to set this over to the side. Okay, so one thing that I haven't done well is like nymph fishing. So nymph and midge fishing, I need strike indicators. Well, I never bought any strike indicators, so this is going to be good. So these are foam ones. You just kind of tie them into your line right there, looks like. I don't really know. So those are good. And then they have prices on them. What'll probably happen at the end is I'll go through and put at the very last slide or whatever, talk about how much they are worth, meaning how much they cost, and then how much we got out of them. This Freestone one was $19.95. That's how much it cost to do the monthly subscription. I just did the most original, most normal one that they have. Because I figured that would be the one that gets used most often. Leader loops, don't really know what those are. I know what leader is, but I wonder if it goes in to help me attach my leader to the loop and I tie it in right there. I don't know, $7, we'll see what that is. Some stickers, which I got a new Yeti cooler that I warranted out from my parents. That was kind of neat. I do that a lot. I like calling companies and warranting things out. So free stickers, I'll put those on it. Here are the flies for this month. And then here's my fly box. I'm not going to go into that because that's not what this video is about. A lot of these will have like a little magazine kind of thing that goes along with it. You can see here. And they go through and talk about, just guide stuff. They also go in and talk about what flies you got, what size they are, and kind of how to use them. Which is always good for a brand new fisherman. Learning how to use what you're getting is great. So let's look at the flies that I got. One thing that I need to figure out how to do is determine what kind of fly it is just looking at it. So just by eyeballing, my guess would that these 3 are dry flies. Maybe that one's a nymph, and you have these nymphs and midges, which right now where I'm fishing at, this is what we're going to have to fish with these. Where'd they go? With the strike indicators up here at the top. It's not the funnest way. It's not the way, the stereotypical way to play it, but I think it's going to work out pretty well. So you get 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 flies, a pack of strike indicators, a pack of leader loops. This is what I would be using most as we're going through at this point because I'm losing flies left and right. This would be the biggest benefit to me right now, is just the bang for your buck on flies. So that's really one thing that I'm looking for when going into this. Alright, so that was Freestone Fly Company, again, $19.95. You got 12 flies, some leader loops, strike indicators, ways how to use them, their first month, always get your trout unlimited, and then you're awesome, you know, stick them where you want, stickers. Alright, let's move to the next one. So the next fly crate we got is Smitty's Fly Box. Smitty's was gracious enough to donate a box to us, and so we did not buy this one, so shout out to Smitty's Fly for this. When they asked which ones we want, if we wanted a combo, and that's what we have. We received the combo, so it has 2 boxes in it. It technically has their beginner fly tying box and their just beginning subscription fly box. So this would have cost $30, the combo. But each one individually would have been $20 a piece, so that's why it's in our next spot technically. So I have 2 things here. I'm going to get the fly tying stuff out of the way pretty quickly because that's not my focus, and we'll focus more on the non-tying stuff. So fly tying, fly tying, fly tying, fly tying. Oh, we'll get these out of the way. Fly tying, and then fly tying, fly tying, fly tying. And one of the things, I'm getting this all the way when I'm talking, that I want to start tying my own flies more is the cost effectiveness. You know, whenever you get it all said and done, and I have probably, there's 15 hooks here when I start tying. If I got 15 flies out of a $20 box, and I made them myself, and they're like worth it, it was like $3 a piece. So it's like $45 worth of flies that you're getting for your 20 bucks if you're using the same ones and like the ones you're using. Okay, so again, the Smitty's Fly Box has their big magazine, talks about how they're going to use, has different tips about fly fishing. It actually has their fly fishing, or the fly tying instructions in this as well. But let's see what we got if you got the fly box for this month. So this looks like they have some tippet, some fluorocarbon, 6 foot, or 6X, 3 pound. This is just tippet, which I cut a lot off because I'm breaking flies a lot, so this would be awesome. I've seen these floating around. These are, let's see if we can get this focused in on you. These are tippet rings. So when I use the Googles and I YouTube it, basically if you are, they say the ones I've been watching, do not use these for dry flying because they will hit the water before your fly does. Let me get these up here so you can see them a little better. So these will hit the they could tend to hit the water before your fly does, which would make a little indicator before your fly does, which is not what you want. You want your fly to hit first. But if you're nymphing or streamer fishing, they say that these work really well because it kind of holds your spot so you don't use too much of your leader when you're cutting back into it. And then let's get into our flies. So this one, we'll count them all out first. So we have 1, 2, okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna count these. I'll mess these up somewhere. Okay. There's those pair. I'll pair them up. There's those pair. There's these pair, these pair, and these pair. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So it's the same amount that I got in the other box. These are a little different. I'm not going to focus on them too much. We have 2 streamers. It looks like we have 2 nymphs and 2 dry flies. Now this particular one could, in my opinion, I don't know, it's supposed to, like a hopper, because it's made out of foam. It's going to float at the top without having to put any like the floatant on it. But these other nymphs are what we're probably going to be using, or the streamers. Whenever they start, see, the only way I can fish in Arkansas, I'm going to talk while I'm putting this up, is that I have to fish at tailwaters of dams, which there's benefits and drawbacks. The biggest benefit is that I can fish there year-round because the water temp stays consistent year-round. The drawback is if we have high water times of the year, then they're churning or they're generating, and you're unable to basically wade fish. That's what I like to do more because I don't have a boat. Kind of helps me do that a little bit more if I can wade out into it. But if they're generating, you can't do that. So right now we're in kind of a drought a little bit, but so they're not generating much, which is like perfect wading conditions. So that's what I've been doing a lot lately, going out and wading, but haven't been able to dry fly fish. But that streamer would have helped out on the big ones. All right, the next one is the fly crate. So this is their base one. It is, again, they provided this for free as well. We were super blessed to get this one from the fly crate. The $24.95 is what this one costs, and let's get into it. So one thing that I'll say about the other one, so it gives you a little welcome card about all the stuff you have, kind of welcome you to the club. Just kind of separate. way they separate it. I like these. Okay, I like how they separate your flies out. And one thing is they do boast is that in your first fly box from the fly crate, you're getting 30 flies. So this is going to be a little misleading because we do have so many of the flies that are in this first box that are extra. But just kind of keep that in the back of your mind as you're going through these. So they have the flies. We'll look at those last. We have stickers, which Smitty didn't have. I love stickers. I don't know why I love stickers so much, but I do. Some more strike indicators. Again, it looks like you just tie them on your line there. And then you have some leaders, which again, tapered leaders, so you can start out with this and then move to adding your tippet if you needed to. Both 9 foot. One is 9 pound test, one is 4.3 pound, which is, that's a little weird, 4.3 pound test. Then it has your guide magazine, which is a little bit thicker than the rest of them. I like the magazine style. They have it, I think they accidentally gave me 2. Tells what flies we got, which is a bunch. Bass species, and then trout. So we did get a lot this time. A lot more than I'll probably be able to talk about when we go through it. And then here is kind of like the hatchling bug basics guide. This is kind of neat. It goes through and tells you what you need to throw, kind of what times of year and what they look like. So midges, stoneflies, adult, what you're looking for, and then it gives you the bug itself. And then it gives you kind of like the flies that go along with it, which again, learning all this stuff is really good. Really neat for me. Alright, let's get into let's get all these out of the way so maybe you can see the flies a little better. So these first, there's a lot of them, right? So let's dump these out here. So again, I'm not going to count them because you're going to get close to 30. These are more of your streamers, dry flies, nymphs that we're getting. There's only a few streamers, it looks like. A lot of dry flies and a lot of nymphs, the old fish out of here. One thing that I wish these did a better job of, or maybe just that's part of what the money is fly boxes that come along with these, so I keep them a little more organized. I would much rather have these though, the big like plastic tubs. Oh, and here's all your big ones. Like these are your big streamers. Actually, these may be more geared toward bass fishing, which it looks like they are. These are all your trout that I've dumped out of here. Again, and then these are a lot more of your poppers. So I think this is like a popper. These are like your bass ones, which I'll keep those separate from a setup. But I need fly boxes, right? And I know they cost money, but it would be nice to have a little fly boxes, which I think Postfly does because I've seen some pictures. But here's all my flies. So I got a ton. So one, close to 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And then it looks like I got, so probably 20 here, and then I got 10 of the bass fishing ones, which I can also do that where I live in Northwest Arkansas. There is a lot of streams that are good for smallmouth fishing. Really good. Like canoeing and smallmouth fishing, which is what I'll probably do a lot more than I thought. I thought I was going to do a lot just strict trout, but the going after those, not smallmouth, would be my next one. Alright, so we got 2 more left. Put these in there. Long video. If you want to just jump to the end, don't, because it's going to be good. I just looked straight at my other camera, but 2 more to go. Again, this was a bigger box. The fly crate had 30 flies in it. That was a bigger one. But again, they have the 2 liters and the, what do you call it? The strike indicators. Okay. Next one, TrueFly Supply. This is the one. Sorry. Let me figure out what it is. The fly crate one was $25, $24.95. The Postfly. Oh, I did them wrong. The Postfly is what I should do next. That's the next expensive one. TrueFly was the most expensive. So Postfly, I would say this is probably the most well-known fly box that's out there. This is the first. Obviously, this is the first one. Not obviously, but this was the first one that I heard of. And so when I started looking into that, I'm like, I don't want to just go straight with Postfly because, maybe they just had the bigger marketing team. Maybe that's what it is. I wanted to kind of branch out and see which one I really liked best for the price and the bang for my buck that I'm getting there. But we'll just go see. So Postfly, just like most of them, they're going to have a magazine that talks about the flies and what you're getting in the box. This one looks a little bit more meaty, some more stuff to it. They have some advertisements as there are other things, and then a lot of it's like fly tires, meeting the fly tires, talking about what flies you got in the box. Again, just another magazine promoting their stuff. So I was right. So one of the things that I like, and I guess who did it? The first one. What was the first one? The Fly Crate? No, Freestone. Freestone did this. They had a little like foam plastic insert that had you kind of held the flies. I like that organization a lot. Even though we got all those in the Fly Crate, having them a little rough to get was a little frustrating. But you know, what are you gonna do about it? So the Postfly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the ones that have been the normal boxes, so not the Fly Crate, which got that big initial box, have been 12 flies. So that's kind of their middle ground. That 12 flies, what you're probably gonna expect to see. That it looks like. This is it says it's a zinger, but I already had one of these because it was frustrating with me. So basically, what you'll do, if I can get it up to you. So you clip this right here, like on your waders or on your vest or your backpack, whatever it is. And this can clip to like either your hemostats or your nippers or anything that you need quickly. And so you can like pull this out, and it's retractable. Those are I got two of those right off the bat because I knew I'd like them. But it's always nice to have a backup, so that's awesome. And then another leader. So the things you're gonna be going through a lot, what I've learned just from doing it: leader, tippet, and flies. So leader, tippet, and flies are what you're probably going to see a lot in these boxes. Just going from around, then you have one sticker right there. So again, we'll price all these out and get them up to you what we expected this one to be. This one again was a $25 box, $24.95 Postfly. I like a lot of the non-mess that's in here, which is neat. It's rough to figure out, did you get something that's worth your money? But then that zinger was like $11, so you just have to go from there. The last one, the most expensive one that we got, I bought this one. So the only two we got free were the Fly Crate and Smitty's, which will be great. We're grateful for anything. We're just lucked out on those two. So TrueFly, again, this one is $29. This one's 29 bucks. So you'd expect to get a little bit more. We'll see. So again, enjoy the box. I don't get that. So I guess if I went ahead. Oh, I know what I did. So on this one, you have two options. You can get the monthly subscription box, or they have a box called Thrifty Goods, and it's like the last month's box, but it's for the same price, and it's not part of the subscription. So it's still $29, and it's the last month's box. They had leftovers, but you get a little discount off your membership if you do it that way. It's still the same price, but I didn't want to have the reoccurring one, so we go from there. So they have a couple of Lifesaver mints in there. They have a card telling you about your flies that you got, which have been in all of them, which is awesome. Again, they don't organize the flies a little, as well as I would like. I know this is how a lot of them ship. I just need a little more organization on my end. Leader. This one is a 5X, 9 foot. Some patches, which gear aid. I get the need for these, but I get these more from like my backpacking or hiking boxes I would look for. I wouldn't be looking for these as much from a trout box. What I'm wanting from a trout box is trout supplies, like specific trout fishing supplies. So I don't know about that. I don't know if that would be, I mean, again, that's just this month. That's the gear you get with this month. Maybe other months it's better, maybe other months it's worse. I mean, I've got a couple of these. I've never used them. Doesn't mean that I don't need to. I just haven't got to them yet. But again, it's got 6 patches. I want fly stuff, really. So that's, and then I do like stickers, so again, I always love the stickers that they provide us, and I'll put them on that Yeti. So let's see how many we got in here. It looks like, actually it looks like a couple more than, so it looks like you do get a couple more flies for your buck on this one. Oh, it looks like I'm getting 3 per instead of 2 per, which is what they've been doing. And these are stuck together. We'll try to separate them out real quick. Oh man, this is gonna be bad. So it looks like a lot of dry flies, no streamers in this one, and a lot of nymphs and midges, which I say the terms like I know them, but oh, this is one of the articulated ones. Oh, it's not. What is that on the back for? Maybe just weight it down. I don't know. So let's count these out a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So these you get 8 more. So for the average $5 more that you're spending, you get 8 more flies, depending on what you need. So let's, as I'm putting these up, So right now, I'll kind of go through, and whenever I calculate the flies, I think what I'm going to do is to kind of stay consistent with pricing. I'm not going to look them all up. We'll just say that each fly, typically they're between $2 and $3. So I'm just going to split them all and say $2.50 on all of them. We'll calculate it all up and do it that way. And we'll put a slide here on the next one, and just kind of finishing it all out. What your best bang for your buck. But ultimately, when I'm doing these at the beginning, I am needing flies pretty quickly. And so I'm looking for which fly, what's the amount of flies I can get for basically the least amount of cost. The fly tying looks like it's going to be kind of the main way to go, which I really enjoy. That quiet time tying the fly, it was nice. I'm not good at it, but I'm getting better. So my guess, and what I would say, is that you have the information. We'll post all the prices, what it costs, right after I get done talking, because I don't have time to come back and shoot this because I'm fishing tomorrow. And I got homecoming, so I teach high school, and I got homecoming, and we run it, so separate thing. Anyway, right now, even though it's $30 a month, I would probably do like a 3-monther of the last one we did, the TrueFly, just because. Okay, so let's change this up. So it's changed. Let me get this. There you go. Now my kind of perspective has changed a lot, primarily because I've been using the fly tying from Smitty's a lot more than I thought I would. And as of right now, the Smitty's box, the combo, when you get the fly box as well as the beginner fly tying, or if I get better, the intermediate fly tying, it's probably gonna be the one I'm gonna go with, just because you're gonna get those great quality fly fishing products from Smitty's. You're gonna get that additional fly tying stuff, which turns out to be a lot more of what I've been needing or wanting, and so. I'm sure that going back and looking, there's a lot of other ones that I could have picked that had just specific fly tying, but this is the one that's going to give me some guaranteed fly fishing equipment that I don't have to worry about messing up myself, with that extra opportunity to continue to tie those flies and get better at tying flies. So I think right now I'm going to probably go with the Smitty. Smitty is the one that with fly tying. It was fly tying combo box with the fly subscription box was $30 total, $20 individually. For me, that's the best value for what I'm getting with all that stuff, especially since we're tying probably 15-20 flies per box. You know, if you think about like $2 for a fly, that's $60 worth of stuff right there. So if you're not going to tie flies, I would definitely probably look at the TrueFly, but with the flying combo that comes with Smitty's, that's probably what I'm going to go with. So if you've stuck around this long, make sure you hit that like button. Hopefully you've liked the video, made some sense of it, so what all the great little fly subscription boxes there are out there, including Postfly, Fly Crate, you know, all the ones we've talked about, Smitty's, TrueFly. If you want to see more fly fishing videos, if you want to see rock climbing videos, anything outdoor related, we're going to be posting them here as much as we can. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, click the bell for those notifications, and we'll see you in the next one.